Jesus is very well accustomed to this kind of tree, and he's gonna be doing something, let's call it open heart surgery, kind of. So we all want to take a look at this and pay attention, because it's one of the best techniques to develop your trees.
Start?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, let's get it started. So, first of all, this is a Tiger Bark. Today on this tree, we're going to focus on one particular technique that is basically a type of graft. But before that, I want to comment a little bit about this tree so that you understand why we're doing it, because it's not just doing it because we want to do it. So when he sent me the picture, and one of the things that you see in this tree is the branches. They are basically what we call bar branches, right? So one of these branches, if we keep this like that, this tree is gonna basically create a big ball here. It's gonna swell, right? And not only that, we have this branch here, which is a different plane, but it's a little bit, it's closer. So the situation is really bad. It doesn't look bad right now, but you have to think about this in 5-10 years from now. You have to think about the sustainability of your design. So the solution is basically we have to take one of the branches, right? So which one? If you see this one is thicker, so usually the thicker branch is the main branch. So probably we need to take this. And not only that, because if you see the movement of this tree, it comes like to this side and then move to this side, right? And probably when he started this, it was small enough, and they were in a different plane, but because it grew and grew, it basically looks like in the same. So important when you design any tree, you have to think not only what you are looking at, but you have to think like basically remove this branch. But now it's okay, if we remove this branch, probably we need another branch, and the next branch is here. First of all, it's in the same side. You always want like alternating branches. So ideally, you want the next branch on this side. So if we remove this, we need to grow basically a branch here, right? Now, let's say we're lucky and we have a bud and we let it grow, how many years do you think that it's gonna take this branch to become thicker than this? And not only that, to catch up with that.
10 years.
So let's say that it's 3, but in 3 years this is gonna be the thickness, but this probably is gonna be thicker. So it's gonna be a challenge always to try to have a branch here that is congruent with the design, right? So basically a solution is we can take this branch and put it here.
Wow.
So we can use like crazy glue and put it here, but if we just crazy glue it doesn't work. So we're gonna do something different to be able to move this here. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. And so when he sent me this and he say this problem, I say yeah, you can move easily. I say well, that's probably something that will be nice if everybody can watch. There are different kinds of graft. This in particular, the official name that they use is peg grafting, like a peg, right? So you basically are gonna drill a hole and gonna put the branch. Now, theoretically, you can do that like with a smaller branch, but we want to move a thicker branch, right? Theoretically, you can do this type of graft with a thinner, younger branch, and that's called peg grafting. Now, there was a guy, a Japanese guy called, his name is Ebihara. Ebihara is famous for a technique to develop nevaris. but he also developed a technique in which he took like branches of a maple, he grafted a seedling, and then once that branch has the root of the seedling, he cut it and move it. So we're basically going to do the same thing that he developed, but we already have the nature gave us these magnificent trees that they're very flexible, and flexible is not the plastic. You can do whatever you want with them, and basically we already have the root that we need here. We don't need, I mean, again, in maples, maybe if you search a little bit Ebihara for branching, you may find picture of branches that they graft a seedling, and then next year, once that, so it's like a 3-year process. You graft the seedling, next year you cut the branch, next year you graft it. Here, one shot because we have
One-stop shop.
Yeah, we have the root, and we're gonna do it because it's our fibers. So. Another, couple of things before we actually move to do this. First of all, I don't know why he want to defoliate trees just because of sake of defoliating the trees. Leaf are basically the manufacturing facilities for the trees. They need leaves to produce food, and especially we're going to grow stronger. So try to. The aftercare in this case is going to be very important because the tree is kind of dormant in this case. Defoliate if you have a specific goal that you want to achieve, and you need to know which is the goal. But people say, I defoliate because it's easier to work. That's your problem. If you learn to see the design with the leaves, then you don't need to defoliate. Now I lost where I was going. But area roots. I don't want to brag or anything, but the tree that they mentioned that it was in the national is basically 90% of the trunk is area roots. Area roots can be like a blessing because it enhances the design, but it can be a curse if you don't manage the area roots. So that's important. Now, one comment about this tree is in nature, if you see area roots, they won't do this. Okay? So one suggestion, and again, no part of this demo, is to address these two roots, because usually area roots, the most common pattern of area root is that they go around the trunk. So a tree develop a root, and then the root basically goes with the trunk like all this, or they basically go pretty much vertical. They go straight because gravity. I mean, no, it's not like that straight, but they don't do this. They don't do this kind of growth. So one thing that they didn't finish was losing this. So obviously we're going to move it, so we need to loosen this root as much as possible because we don't want to damage, because I mean the whole thing that we're doing is because it has a root. If we damage the root, then the success of this is going to be lower, right? So we're gonna, let me go this, and we're going to cut this branch. Okay. So
Crazy glue?
now we can try the crazy glue. So obviously we need to work. Well, you can do that. Or I'm gonna have you, but you need to work a little bit and paste that. Okay, we're not gonna spend too much time this because we have the other 9 people queue for the workshop. But yeah, you can cut paste this later. My helpers, they didn't do the what was requested. Now we need to wait a little bit. So we have time for questions while Carlos finishes this. Yeah, you work this a little bit more.
That's in there, yeah.
In essence, we are reporting this, right? So it's going to be similar to the aftercare of a reporting. So because we want this to survive. Now, the aftercare, I mentioned aftercare is important in this case because we're waiting lower temperature next week. So in essence, you have to watch the temperature, and I mean, you can put it not full sun, but sun. And if you see that it's going to be 70, 75, that's the sun, like below those temperatures, you have to basically you have to move it to a warmer place. Yeah, at night.
Bring it inside?
Yes.
Yeah.
If it's gonna be lower than those temperatures, bring it inside. So while Carlos continues there, what I'm gonna do, so this part of the branch is gone because, as I say, there is no gonna be sap flowing to this. So if you're, I'm assuming that everybody is familiar with the anatomy of how the trees work, but just in case, we're gonna, so how the tree works and that why this is gonna work is that the tree, so roots are here, tree takes water from the soil and with nutrients and stuff, through transpiration, the sap flows here with the water and everything, and then produce energy and sugars here, and then it flows back to the roots.
Oh my God.
Okay.
And that's
There we go.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
So
Yeah!
yay! Woo! So we're gonna put this
Teamwork.
here.
Oh.
That's the plan. Okay. So now is the peg part. So we're gonna basically imagine we're gonna reduce this to a peg. And the other thing is that the branch, the root was growing like this. Ideally, you want the roots growing straight to the ground. So we're gonna see if we can also work on that. So that's gonna change this branch, where he can later. So I think that instead of growing like this, I'm gonna put it like there. So you have a marker. So it's around there. And you also want to check that this is alive, right?
Here.
Jesus,
Yeah.
if it didn't have the aerial root, would you try to do this?
No. In a ficus, without the aerial root, probably again the technique is you can grab a seedling and then do this, or you can promote the root in a ficus.
Yeah.
You can see so. La come mi mujer.
chillito afiladito. Y no está usando goma.
Yeah, leaving on the edge. So now, the problem in this case is that this is all curved and we want something straight because we're gonna drill a hole. So that's the woodworking. So you need like a little bit of engineering.
You got a piece of wood.
Yeah. I don't have. If somebody have.
Anybody has a piece of wood we can use to put underneath?
Yo la tengo,
Piece of
pero es
wood.
diagonal.
A wedge?
Yeah, have a wedge,
Anything.
a wood wedge.
Am I in your way?
You're getting the advanced course.
Jesus,
Uh-huh.
this help.
Yeah.
Bonsais in Indonesia. Oh, yeah.
So what I'm trying to do in essence is again create a peg because it was all curvy. So I'm just trying to do something straight. And then we're gonna try to make it obviously round, right? Because we're drilling a hole.
So are you gonna need the extension cord?
No.
No need.
So the peg, this part is more for a structure than for anything.
And like, you want the peg as long as possible?
No, we're gonna cut it because again, we have to. You have this restriction.
Of course.
You have the trunk, so you don't want to drill the whole thing here. You can go maybe, let's say, in this case, you can go. This is have a good thickness, so you can go even to half of this trunk. 3/4, I think is. Go like there. Is this 3/4? Is this 3/4 or an inch?
That's about an inch. That's about an inch.
Okay. And this? And this?
That's still an inch. That's still an inch.
So I move like 3/4. I move like that.
That's like 3/4.
Okay. Yeah, Carlos Berry. Yeah, Carlos Berry.
It should twice. It should twice. Cord once.
Now we need is a drill that match that. Something that match this. Yeah, we need more. If no, we are gonna go with this and then reduce the peg. But probably, that should be. So he said that the front is not here, but it's more like here. So I'm gonna drill instead of like that, more like this.
Tree sand and soil from last week.
Ooh, there is a hole there already.
Robert, and 15 for the workshop.
So that's,
Oh,
is that
you're paying to
3/4 of an inch, Carlos?
About.
Okay, let's see if it goes there. Yeah, it's a little bit tight. So let's,
Or you wanna
yeah,
reduce it?
Here's 20 for soil today. Soil.
okay. Questions while we kind of finish this?
So after you put the peg in there, what happened? You screw it on?
Yeah, after it's there, we're gonna secure it with screws. I mean, you can use nails or whatever, but screws, they work really nice. Yeah, it's no.
And what do you put around it? You put like sealer around?
Yeah, cut paste, but the potty type. In general, when you graft, I prefer the potty because anything liquid, it can go between the two. So you want the contact between the receiver and the donor, right?
Right.
If you put something liquid,
You risk it that you
yeah, that the whatever you're putting, it can go. So what I do, so if I want like extra protection, if you will, I put potty,
Yes.
and on top of the potty, you can put the liquid.
Or what about like a paraffin?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna use in this case. But I mean, talking about
Yeah, the
cut
body
paste,
and then the cut paste.
you can put the potty, and on top you can put the
Thank you for this.
I always look at my trees and I say, oh,
one thing that
they never pop where I want.
I was in Lighthouse last month, and one thing that I recommend is that we don't do, because I was doing something around graft, completely different than this, more like a fusion. And I mentioned that we don't use enough graft here in Florida. They use a lot of that in Asia, and we should be using more of that technique.
Jesus, that looks amazing.
Yeah, it does.
So
It looks like it's
now,
natural.
the next thing, I forgot. You have like a X-Acto knife or something? I don't have it.
Hold on.
My thing. No, in here. So, no, aquí tengo. So remember that when you are grafting, you want this cambium and all stuff in contact with the receiving.
You're done with this?
Yes. So what I'm gonna do is basically do like a little bit of. So I did the hole is there, and then bigger than the hole, so that this gets in contact with the. So I'm pouring around.
So he doesn't need this?
Oh, yeah, he does. Put it back on.
Yeah, that fell. That fell down
To
earlier.
put this back on.
Okay.
No, no, no. En la camisa que sí. Thank you.
So now,
Oh, wow.
okay. So that's basically that's pretty much it. Now we need to obviously screw it, secure it, paste it, way that grows, and all that I have been saying.
So Jesus will be doing a pilot hole before he screws it on.
Yeah. And that's no bonsai, that's
Engineering.
carpenter.
Carpentry. Yeah, absolutely.
Carpentry 101.
Woodwork. No, you want the pilot hole to avoid the wood to split.
Right.
So same principle in this case.
Right.
It's more control.
Yeah, it's really, you're right. Obviously, you want bits that are sharp. You don't want the one that you have used to drill concrete because you are going to damage the tree, right?
Right.
You guys a free commercial.
Oh my God, it's going in.
Okay, so that's pretty solid there. But I think that it went. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it separated a little bit here, but that's fine because, again, when you are grafting, you want at least one side in contact. In this case, I'm being very honest, it didn't make contact here, but the idea is that this is gonna grow. This is not moving, this is gonna grow, and maybe in a couple of years, this part is gonna basically
Fuse.
yeah.
You leave the screw in?
Yeah.
Take-
So now cut paste with the Putty
What is it called when you're looking for it in Home Depot?
for air conditioning.
Right, but is the bonsai have?
No. Some of the liquid, they have hormone and stuff, but the Putty, I don't think they have anything. It's just to seal the. So what you seal because you don't want any water, or any pests or any. It's like when you have a wound and you basically cover it.
So you could use a plumber's putty then too, then basically, because plumber's putty also seals.
But potter's plum, that gets hard.
Okay.
This doesn't get hard.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Just-
We have the bit.
Okay, that's awesome. So, Bob, you lost clients in this.
We'll get them next time.
I tried, but you didn't bring the merchandise.
Well, he's requesting 5 commercial breaks during this to advertise his screw business. This segment brought to you by.
So for this part, you need a Starbucks works better. So he brought Dunkin'.
Duncan's.
So like he suggested, you can put like in this like any whatever you feel like super dry root or this is a repot that we just did.
I have root thingy.
No, I mean he can put it later. We need to move to next participant. Basically, what we did is just to repot this tree.
So, from ignorance, so when you repot normally, you do not put any sphagnum.
Oh, you can put on top of the. So depending on the report, I sometimes put like a sphagnum on top. The sphagnum creates an environment that helps the roots, and apparently I don't know the biology behind that, but there is something, I think that like some kind of hormone or stuff that helps the roots. I don't know, where's the...
So now you have to dig deeper in Spagnum Moss.
Que es un wire.
You have to dig deeper in Spagnum Moss.
What?
So you can give us a better explanation.
Yeah, but the sphagnum helps the
Yeah,
roots.
it does. It has some.
So depending on the report, again, like defoliation, when you say report, there are reports and different kind of report. You can like work out the root, just like a slip pot the tree. So if there is a major root work, sphagnum can help.
Is it any sphagnum moss or? Because they have different kinds, right?
Well, I buy the one in
Ponla por
Home-
debajo.
Meterle un
Long
palito
fiber,
de-
Spagnum
un
Moss,
huequito, un palito,
Long
I
fiber.
buy the one
Long fiber.
in Home Depot. I don't know. No, I don't know. Yeah. New Zealand, I think that New Zealand Spagnum
The New
has.
Zealand is better,
It's
which
better.
is like blondie, like a blondie looking.
Aguántalo ahí. Yeah, people say that New Zealand Spagnum is good.
Yeah, the one that Home Depot has, it's like a little darker.
So that's pretty much it. The only thing that you can do, but I'm not gonna do it because of time, is you can use like a grafting tape and have, well, let's do it. Well, this is cheap grafting tape. You can use the Spencer one if you want. Same like with Putty, you can use the cheap one or the Spencer. The results, they don't change.
What is this? Like stretchy tape or?
This is grafting tape, but it's cheap.
Okay.
It's not the Japanese.
It's got paraffin on it?
Huh? What?
Like saran wrap.
It's like similar.
Saran will be like stretchy.
Yeah, oh, okay.
This is a little stretchy. I'm supposed to have some paraffin on it.
How about duct tape?
Yeah,
Huh?
you're welcome.
How about duct tape?
No.
Duct tape works everywhere.
Everything, yeah.
You can put like a little bit of WD-40 as well on the lips, and that it works wonderful.
Goes with the duct seal.
Voy a empezar con los que van.
Yeah, done. Basically.
Good job. Looks